Hi guys, so the next recipe or the next dish for our Simple Life recipes for this week will be stir-fried vegetable mix with fish and prawns. Now first of all you want to fry off your fish, cut it in little pieces and fry that off. So here's the fish that I cooked. It's a salmon. You can use any fish, white fish you have, and I simply cut it in little pieces like this, really small pieces. Yep. So I cut my fish in pieces like this and then I fry it off, and now it's ready. It's nice and crispy and it's ready just to be added to the stir fry once all the vegetables are cooked. Because if you don't do that, the fish might not be crispy in the stir fry or it might just fall apart. But let me first read the ingredients for you. So we're going to use 4 cups of broccoli, 1 cup of water, 4 cups of cabbage, spring onions. I'm only going to use the green part of the spring onion because we already have onions in our beef dish. This is to complement our acid reflux and IBS problems so that we don't overeat the produce that stomachs struggle with processing. 2 cups of mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, oil, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, and half a tablespoon of fish sauce. So let's start. First of all, we are going to brown our garlic. First add your oil. So for this recipe I'm using olive oil and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons and 1 tablespoon of garlic. Now my garlic is already fried, so I'm just going to add the other ingredients. I like to keep a whole container with fried garlic in the fridge so that if we make a Thai soup, we have the garlic already ready and it just makes things go quicker. So we have that. And once your garlic is brown, you add your other ingredients such as your broccoli, your cabbage, your mushrooms. You can also add carrots. I first want to cook my cabbage halfway down and then I'm going to add my broccoli. Because you want your cabbage to be more cooked, or I want my cabbage to be more cooked, and I know broccoli cooks a little quicker than cabbage. So once the cabbage is done, I'm going to add the mushrooms. I should have actually first add the mushrooms, I think now, and then the cabbage. But the way she cooked it, you will see in the video that she just put everything together. I didn't like that. Came out really good though, but I like to cook my veggies one at a time, especially when it comes to cabbage. I love working with 2 utensils. It's just so much easier. I'm currently cooking on high. As for our prawns, I just peeled the prawns and sliced it in half. I sliced it lengthwise in half because I feel like when you have a whole prawn, like when I eat, it's like just so big, and I like my food to be nicely sliced, smaller slices, so that I can just eat it easily and not have to cut too much. It's also good for children. When you have little kids, it's good to cut their food really small. Our cabbage is done. I think I want to put in the mushrooms right now, but also the broccoli at the same time. And I'm turning my heat now down to medium-high. You want to try and get your broccoli and your mushrooms at the bottom of your pan. Once again, we're just going to cook this until the broccoli and the mushrooms is a little bit cooked, a little bit softer, before we add our other ingredients. So this you're going to cook for about 5 minutes, and then you can add your sauces and fish and your shrimp. First your fish and your shrimp, and then your other sauces. Shrimp cooks really, really quickly, so it's not going to take a lot of time. And remember I said you're going to need half a cup of water. She added water the last time, but so far I don't see the need for water in the stir fry because I turned my heat on medium high maybe, and there's enough oil in the pan. I can see the vegetables are nice and glazed, and you're not going to cook your vegetables completely down because once you add your sauces, your vegetables will still be cooking. So now I'm going to add my fish and my prawns. First the prawns. The prawns are already turning pink because you know it cooks quickly. So far the dish looks really good. Now I'm going to add my salmon. So if you put your salmon right next to each other in your pan, it will connect like this, and then you just turn it as one piece. And then you just break them apart. This just makes your process easier instead of having to turn each one of these. The prawn should be ready. Putting in my fish. And then all the sauces. Now we're going to add our oyster sauce. A quarter cup of oyster sauce. And I'm turning my heat on to medium. So then we want half a tablespoon of fish sauce and half a tablespoon of soy sauce. So I would say at this point you want to maybe add a little bit of water, maybe 2 tablespoons. I am going to turn my ingredients. Oh, this looks really good, guys. It smells lovely as well. I don't know, but I feel like for some reason you should be ginger in as well because it is a stir fry, right? That just makes it so much better. As for the salt, you will have to check the salt content by tasting it. I am also going to add some coarse pepper, black pepper. Just half a tablespoon. I'll just put it on my hand, just sprinkle it on for a little bit of extra taste. I think I forgot the green onion. That's probably a quarter cup that I just added of the green part. Only the green part of your green onion or spring onion, whatever you call it. And that's it for this dish as well, guys. I have turned off my oven and just letting my pot sit on the heat. So that's Do not cover your pan. Very simple. I'm actually going to leave my pot open so that the steam can evaporate and the food or the vegetables are not too soggy. Alright, so this dish is finished. Really easy to make. You can make it quickly in the evening if you are not like me who like to prepare my food for the week. This you can serve with a starch of your preference. Doesn't really matter. And I'm sure it can serve 4 people very easily. So this will now be for both my husband and I, and he takes lunch to work, so that's another reason why I have to cook, so that he can have something healthy for work. That's it for this recipe. On to the next recipe. Please try it and let me know how yours panned out. Let me know how you maybe improvised yours. Alright guys, so I'm back to taste the stir fry veggies with fish and prawns for you guys, and also just show you what the dish looked like. Once again, very colorful. It smells really good. Let's taste it. It's my first time making this kind of stir fry, or probably stir fry. No, I do make stir fry, but with bell peppers, which I will also show you how to make that. Share my way of doing it with you guys. So let's give this a taste and see what it tastes like. It's definitely good. It has a very fresh taste. I put the oyster sauce in, but you can hardly taste the oyster sauce. So I would say you probably need more oyster sauce or something more. But you also don't want your stir fry to taste too oyster saucy, right? But I do think put more oyster sauce in because of the flavors of the fish and the prawns are really strong, so you taste a lot of that. I also think the ginger, if I had to add ginger, it would have made a wild difference. So right now, in my opinion, it's okay, it's good, it tastes good, but it could be better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely have to work on the stir fry a little more to make it my own. I like to make a dish my own. Yes, I like to get recipes from different people, but I always try to make a dish my own. It's just how I am, and it's hard for me to be a follower. I have to improvise. I have to make it my own. It's just how I am. But on that note, not bad at all. Maybe you will like it. Try it out and let me know how yours panned out. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy this dish. Share, subscribe, like, and let me know if you learned something, if it was of value to you. Till next time.